New Orleans Mayor-elect Helena Moreno worries Operation Catahoula Crunch is profiling people.
As Chris Welty reports, New Orleans leaders say they want more transparency about the operation.
Okay, so the mayor-elect of New Orleans and the city council of New Orleans, they are not liking Operation Catahoula Crunch. In fact, they are seeing it as destructive to their own city.
How you feeling? How's morale amongst the guys?
Fantastic. Doesn't get better than this. That tight mission is so important for the country, and it's game on, guys.
Now, when it comes to Operation Catahoula Crunch, Border Patrol is facing a rather unique challenge. The city of New Orleans, the police department, the mayor-elect, and the city council, they're not working with Homeland Security when it comes to deportation operations. But the city of Kenner, they are working with Homeland Security as far as deportation operations. However, even though Homeland Security is getting support in Kenner, they're still receiving a lot of pushback and backlash from protesters. In fact, I'm about to play you guys this clip and others to show you what is happening right now with Border Patrol in Operation Catahoula Crunch. Now, real quick, before we start the video, make sure to please like the video. It's the #1 way you guys are helping this channel, and it also helps others see the videos as well, and I think people want to see what is going on with Operation Catahoula Crunch. I mean, I don't think we've ever seen anything like this. Check this out.
What you want, man? You want some chicken? You ain't getting it here, bro. Go somewhere else. You're not getting no chicken.
Yeah, so this is somebody who's working at the store who apparently locked out Homeland Security. That is Chief Bovino. And we know this because there's an entire news segment about this. We'll get to that in a second. But again, make sure to please like the video, share it so people can see what's going on here. I can't even believe this person admits to what he's doing.
Dang, you don't want to show your face now? I know you can hear me. I know you can hear me. There you go. Why not showing your face? You wanted to show your face everywhere else? Come on. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yo, ICE, you're not coming in here. Locked. Locked. Bye-bye.
Okay, so leave your comments down below how you feel about that clip. Now, apparently, there's an entire news segment about it, so we're going to watch it. But just so you guys know, I got that video from Kim Katie USA on X. Make sure to go give her a follow. She is a friend of the channel. So let's watch this news segment and see what that person has to say.
Saturday, Wayne Davis was helping a customer when two unmarked SUVs pulled up to Brothers Convenience Store on Veterans. He watched as a group of Border Patrol agents got out.
So the customer asked me, said, "That's ICE?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh."
So from behind the counter, Davis locked the door.
And by the way, that is Border Patrol. That was Chief Bovino. On the vest, it says Homeland Security Border Patrol on the vest. You're not going to know who ICE is because they operate extremely covert. If you're seeing agents walk around freely, that's typically going to be Chief Bovino and his crew.
Trying to open it, and they're looking at me like, what's going on?
That's when he started recording. In the video, you can hear him taunting the agents through the window.
You want some chicken? You ain't getting it here, bro.
After a moment, he realizes one of the agents appears to be Gregory Bovino, the commander of Border Patrol himself.
Also, massive misconception. Chief Bovino, you can refer to him as a commander, but he's not in charge of all of Border Patrol. There are many other chiefs of Border Patrol, but Chief Bovino does hold a very unique role in the entirety of Border Patrol. It looks like he has been chosen to go to different areas of operation, conduct investigations, conduct missions, and move on to another city. But he is not over all of Border Patrol. Now, real quick, before we continue, make sure to please subscribe to my channel so I can keep you up to date with this story and others just like it. We've been monitoring all of these different federal operations, and I don't want you guys to miss a thing. So make sure to please subscribe. Thank you.
Dang, you don't want to show your face now? I know you can hear me.
A new state law makes it a crime to interfere with federal immigration enforcement. But attorney Michael Cahagan believes that wouldn't apply here. In general, he says businesses can keep people out.
It's their property. It's their private property. Them forbidding you from coming in is not the same as preventing them from doing their job.
Gahagan says agents can only force their way onto private property with a specific type of warrant.
And they need to go to a state or a federal judge and get a search warrant to arrest somebody inside the building signed by a judge after a probable cause hearing.
Davis knew that. Since this Border Patrol operation was announced, he says he's been researching what rights businesses have, just in case agents showed up.
I'm not going to let them do what they think they can do because they can't. You know, there's laws that everyone has to obey by.
He says that since that...
Now, I have no idea what he means by that, do what they think they can do, but one thing we do know is, we know what Border Patrol is doing. They just recently launched the statistics on HomelandSecurity.com. So this is very recent. This is from December 8th. Making New Orleans safe again. Operation Catahoula Crunch arrest even more criminal illegal aliens, thieves, gang members, human smugglers, and abusers. And some of these crimes are so bad, I'm not even going to say them out loud, but here we have somebody aggravated battery and a traffic offense, you have smuggling of a person, you have simple battery, strangulation, domestic abuse of a child, you have contributions to delinquency of a juvenile. The list goes on and on. So if you guys want to go to HomelandSecurity.com, you can actually see the recent reports going on around the United States, but also with Operation Catahoula Crunch. Now, according to the mayor-elect of New Orleans and the New Orleans City Council, this operation is becoming destructive. It's becoming harmful for the area of New Orleans. So let's go ahead and see why they're saying this.
New Orleans Mayor-elect Helena Moreno worries Operation Catahoula Crunch is profiling people.
As Chris Welty reports, New Orleans leaders say they want more transparency about the operation.
Mayor-elect Helena Moreno demands transparency from Border Patrol. Moreno says the agency must provide regular reporting on stops, detentions, warrants, and outcomes.
This operation is actually causing harm for the city of New Orleans.
Moreno, the entire city council, Congressman Troy Carter, and Mark Morial, president of the Urban League, united to stand against Operation Catahoula Crunch.
Now, I think it's a good time to tell you guys, this mayor-elect actually has a website or a portal where you can get advice from the mayor-elect on how to handle ICE agents or deportation operations. But there is a line in the portal that really stood out to me. Remember, this is a mayor-elect who is demanding transparency. So here you have, our first priority is keeping all of New Orleans safe. And that's great. Why wouldn't you want your mayor to say that? And remember, this mayor-elect wants transparency, but this is what she says on her own website. If you are outdoors and you think you see immigration officers nearby, move to a safe indoor space. If you are a U.S. citizen and feel safe to do so, record the activity with your phone or write down any relevant information about what you witness. Always be careful to not interfere or otherwise obstruct the operation. So here you have somebody who's questioning, why are you not talking to us? Why are you not giving us data points? But then at the same time, when you look into her own portal, she says, if you see ICE, run inside, go indoors. And if you are a U.S. citizen, start filming them. So I'm just trying to give you guys the full perspective as to what's going on here. You can leave your comments down below how you feel about all of that.
Sent a letter to Gregory Bovino, the head of Border Patrol. She calls for transparency, lawfulness, and for agents to refrain from masking.
The demands that we are asking is really something that I believe is so reasonable that really every American citizen should be asking for.
The Department of Homeland Security reports dozens of arrests, including 3 people it says were convicted of crime, including homicide, sexual assault, and kidnapping in the past. While Moreno agrees dangerous and violent criminals should be removed from the street, she's worried agents are profiling people.
That's right, you heard that correctly. So New Orleans, they are okay with arresting and finding criminals, but at the same time, New Orleans will not be working with Homeland Security as far as this federal operation, Operation Catahoula Crunch, and whatever federal operation has to do with deportations, yet they are okay with finding criminals. I mean, you can leave your comments down below how you feel about that.
There's a reason why there's immigration laws, no doubt about it. We're not saying not to follow immigration laws, but what is happening here where people are disappearing off of our streets and we don't even know where they went, this is a step, many, many steps way too far.
This is what you see in China. People disappear. Their family members don't know where they are, how they are. That is not what we do in the United States of America.
Congressman Troy Carter says he's requesting a Homeland Security hearing in New Orleans on the operation.
We cannot support operations that create fear, confusion, or disruption for families, workers, or small businesses.
While some disagree with Operation Catahoula Crunch, others strongly support the operation.
And one thing I will say is, with Operation Catahoula Crunch, this is probably the warmest welcome we have ever seen for Chief Bovino. Like right now, I fear if Chief Bovino goes back to Chicago. I don't want him to go back to Chicago because there is resistance out there. They don't like him, and there's a lot of pushback. We've been covering that on my channel. But over in Louisiana, I mean, people were snapping pictures with Chief Bovino left and right. What we're seeing with a lot of this resistance or pushback is from smaller protester groups, smaller volunteer groups, but we are seeing it from the mayor-elect and the city council, which is why we're paying attention.
Everyone should be here legally.
But this woman does question some videos she has watched from the area.
Some of it I think is a little much, but I think it's a good thing.
They over here for a purpose, you know. I think they ought to be just going out for the real bad ones, you know, the real ones that came across the border illegal and everything else like that.
Frank Trubb says Border Patrol should leave those who are working alone and only go after the worst of the worst.
Okay, so this is a rather interesting perspective because we have another perspective who talks about his actual experience with Operation Catahoula Crunch, such as with all of these deportations happening in the area and these federal operations, it looks like he's actually gained more work according to him. Now, this video is going very viral, but what it shows us is that people focus on different things when it comes to immigration issues. Some people really care about the crime problem, some people care about the lack of work, and you'll see here his experience.
So we've had ICE and DHS down in Louisiana for about a week now, and as a business owner, I've been running my own construction company since I was 18 years old. I'm 27 now. We do painting, roofing, drywall, tile, ceramics, trim, molding, you know, carpentry, flooring, concrete, a little bit of everything. I'm seeing firsthand just the shockwave them boys are sending across the state. No immigrants want to go to work. None of them want to even ride in a truck like mine with a ladder rack on it. And it is so amazing. I've gotten more calls in the last week than I've gotten in the last 3 months. I got 20 calls in one day. GC scrambling to try and finish projects. Halfway through, these guys not showing up to work, starting projects. Landlords, you know how a landlord always has, you know, their go-to guy they call. The boys ain't showing up to do nothing. And this just shows you how bad the problem is down here in Louisiana. I mean, we got a population in our whole state that's like the size of LA County. Genuinely, in our whole state. And they have filled this place like no other. And I've got to see through the presidencies. We had our little heyday with Trump's first go-round, 99 cents a gallon gas. Even with the immigrants here, shit was still amazing. They weren't pushing like they are right now. Joe Biden got into office, he really my industry. Bad. To the point to where the only people that are lining their pockets are the GCs that are hiring these guys.
Now, I don't want you guys to accuse me of creating a narrative and trying to be overly biased. I'm actually trying to show you guys Homeland Security themselves posted this video or reposted the video. And they said, real Americans, real stories, real results. These stories are being told across the country as Secretary Noem implements the largest deportation operation in American history. Our jobs are returning to our citizens. So I'm just trying to show you guys, even Homeland Security saw the video, and they are pushing out this message that, look, here is a real person, a real American, and these are real results in direct correlation with Operation Catahoula Crunch.
And I'm just so happy. All these people protesting with signs about them being here, let them talk about going to leave. I'm going to be down there with the biggest sign you ever seen, and I know I'll have people with me saying, ICE, please don't go. I'm going to be singing to them. I don't care. I'm going to have my microphone, a big old speaker. I'm going to serenade them to stay. Because seriously, we need this. I need this. I got 3 kids, and I know I speak for so many people who are in that same line of business that I'm in, and has just gotten tore apart by these people that don't even want to be here. They don't want to stay here. They want to build their 5-6 bedroom ranch house back home, send money to take care of their wife's family and their family, while they're able to still take care of themselves over here.
So believe it or not, clips like this are a lot more rare than you think. People who tend to be okay with the deportations or okay with their situation, they don't go out of their way to make a video about it. That's why on my channel, 90% of a lot of the content we see is anti-ICE or anti-policy and not liking what Homeland Security has to say. Now, why this is all very interesting, and I quote this stat all the time, 65% of Americans are generally okay with deportations. 90% of Americans don't like crime. So you would assume you'd see a lot more videos like this, joyful videos that Homeland Security is there. You almost don't find any of these videos. You only really see stuff like this on the mainstream media. So whenever a clip like this surfaces, I try to bring it into the story so you can get the whole perspective. So I'm just trying to let you guys know, I would show you guys more videos like this, but it's actually very hard to find somebody with a positive outlook on things. You just can't find it. It's very hard. Now, speaking of positive outlook, this is from Nick Sorter's page if you guys want to go give him a follow. Chief Bovino seems to be very confident as far as this particular operation and pretty positive.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Keep up the amazing work.
We will. We're not stopping. No time.
How you feeling? How's morale amongst the guys?
Fantastic. Doesn't get better than this. That Title 8 mission is so important for the country, and it's game on, guys.
Oh yeah.
You got this. We got this. Y'all better feel all those tanks of gas, because we're not going to stop. Mira cómo está, miren. No, exacto.
Now, something really stood out to me. When Nick Sorter moved the camera over, let me push this back, looks like she was trying to cover her face even though she's filming them. Right there. Stuff like that stands out to me. I really try to look at everything that we're looking at here.
No, exacto. No vengan. No vengan para acá. Míralos ahí, mira esa cara. No shame.
You're on speech. I can say what the fuck I want. Okay? So you get on my face.
Exactly. Go ahead.
All right?
I apologize. I know who this is, and I know she's a very popular YouTuber. If you guys can leave your comments down below if you know who that is. I apologize I don't know your name, but I recognize you. So it looks like she's getting yelled at by another protester.
You're talking shit. You're talking shit.
Back up.
Okay? Well, she's the one over here talking shit. Okay? She has the right just like I do, right? Thank you. We didn't tell her anything. She's the one over here making her comments. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. All right? Freedom of speech. All right? Well, yeah. Hey, that's fine.
I knew I recognized her. Her name is Angela Rose. Go give her a follow. Go support her. And I know she's quite popular on YouTube as well. And thank you to Nick Sorter for that. I think the majority of people already follow Nick Sorter, but if you don't, go follow Nick Sorter as well. Now, I don't want you guys to get the impression that this operation is not dangerous and it's very lax for Chief Bovino, but what I will say is when you compare the interaction between protesters and federal agents, it's not like we're seeing in Chicago with tear gas and pepper balls. It's not like Portland. This is a way more lax crowd when it comes to protesters. There are ICE trackers and Bovino is being watched constantly, but this is typically what we see out of this operation.
Get crazy like that, bitch. I'm gonna punch you in the shit.
I'm gonna do one for us.
What we're also seeing is that the local police, like we said before at the beginning of the video, Kenner Police, they're working with Chief Bovino. So Chief Bovino has a lot more protection in this area. And the whistles and the loud noises, that's not going to faze Border Patrol, but it's when you get in the way, that's when it becomes problematic. Something I think, this is my opinion, the reason why I think it's a lot more lax in this operation as far as opposition from protesters is because you have local support from the police department. Department. Having that police department support is massive because that puts pressure on the protesters from all of the security forces in the area. Now, the same can't be said for the actual city and territory of New Orleans, but we just haven't seen too much action in New Orleans yet. I highly assume we might start to see operations in there, but as of right now, New Orleans' position has not changed. We're not going to work with you, Homeland Security. Over in Kenner, where we're seeing a lot of the operations go down, a lot of the pushback, the police, they are working with Chief Bovino. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, leave your comments down below how you feel about anything we just watched. Thank you guys so much again for your support. Make sure to please subscribe, make sure to please like the video, and please pray for peace. We do need that right now. Thank you guys so much for everything. God bless, and we'll see you all later.